Hey guys, Jason here. Welcome to episode number 44 of Metal and Beer. Now, the funny thing about this being number 44 is last weekend I just turned 44 years old. So, happy birthday to me. Now, I've got an exciting metal riff to show you guys. It's going to be based on speed metal, and I'm going to show you how to harmonize these speed metal notes. And the beer, we're going to be trying Lagunitas Brown Shugga. Now, my dear friend Ingrid gave me a 6-pack of this stuff for my birthday. So Ingrid, thank you so much for this. And this is actually a special release beer. Alright guys, let's jump right into this metal guitar lesson, and I'll do the beer tasting after the lesson, so hang around for that. Now, I know last episode I did the beer tasting first, so guys, let me know in the comments which one you would like first. Do you want the guitar lesson, then the beer tasting, or the beer, then guitar, or does it even matter? So anyway, let's jump right into this lesson. Here's the riff you're about to learn. Alright guys, so let's break this down. It's going to be two components here. I'm going to show you the melody line, and then I'll show you how to play the harmonizing notes as well, which that's going to be really cool. And the funny thing is, the harmonizing notes are just a tad bit easier than the melody here, and you'll learn why. So let's bring it in. Here's the melody line at normal speed, and then I'll play each note for you at a slower speed. Now, you may have noticed a slight discrepancy there before I go into that little run. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know if it sounded like that, but it was close. The first time around, I played that note on the A string, and the second time, I played it on the D string. It doesn't really matter. What I wanted you to see is just you have two options there that you can do. So just play whatever feels more comfortable, because it is kind of difficult going from that speed picking method, that speed metal method, into that riff where you're just hitting each note one time. Now let's get right into the second part of this riff, and this is going to be the harmonizing notes. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, and I probably should have showed you this in the beginning before we went through this whole lesson here, but if you're new at speed picking or playing speed metal or real fast rhythms, if you're new at that, or if you happen to struggle in that area, I'm going to show you an easy way to get used to that. And this is just a little exercise you can start out with like this. So as you get more comfortable playing that, now you can hit those notes a little bit faster, just like we did in the lesson, and it will sound like this. Now you're probably wondering, what's Jason drinking today? Well, I'm glad you asked, but actually you already know what I'm drinking because I said it in the beginning of the video. It's the Lagunitas Brown Shugga. So again, Ingrid, thank you so much for my birthday present. Again, this is a limited edition brew here, and I've never had it before, so we're going to try it today. Now, Lagunitas, I forget where they're based out of, guys, so let me look on here real quick. California. Petaluma, California, and then they're also based out of Chicago. So the first time I had a Lagunitas beer, I think it was a Lagunitas IPA, and I believe I was with Eddie. Eddie, if you're watching this, correct me if I'm wrong. Or don't correct me, I hate being wrong. I'm just kidding, I'm wrong a lot. So I think I had it for the first time several years ago, and I'm like, man, this is a really tasty brew. And in every Lagunitas beer I've had since, there's like this fine line of all Lagunitas beers. Like you know it's their beer, if that makes sense. Like if you hear a Megadeth song, you know, you can just hear like a little piece of it, and it's like, okay, that's Megadeth. If you hear Joe Satriani play, he can just hit like 2 or 3 notes. You know, other guitar players like that, it's like, you know it's them. So when you have a Lagunitas beer, you can just close your eyes and it's like, okay, I know this is Lagunitas. So I thought that was interesting. Now let's pour this up here. It's kind of dark, which, you know, I'd expect. Brown Shugga. Alright, now this is Lagunitas Brown Shugga Sweet Release. It's an ale, that's the style. And it is 10%, so we better be careful with this. Alright, so let's see how this tastes, guys. Cheers. It smells good. It smells like dessert. Oh man, I think we're onto something here. Wow. It's not at all what I expected. And what I mean by that is like something like Brown Shugga, the name, it kind of tells me that this is going to be like a super sweet beer, or it's going to taste a little weird. Sometimes you get beers that just, you know, a brewery tries something and it just doesn't quite work, and I've experienced that quite a bit. But this, I am pleasantly surprised. It's not overly sweet. It is indeed an ale. Like, it tastes like an ale, almost kind of like a red ale, kind of a mix between like a red and brown ale, if that makes sense. But yes, it's definitely got a full-bodied flavor to it, and of course, being 10%, you do feel that kick as well in the taste. So yeah, it's not but it's not like overbearing in any one flavor, and I tend to like beers like that. So to me, this is pretty good stuff. Let's have another sip. So in the comments below, let me know what craft beer you're drinking this week or right now. And guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Metal and Beer number 44. Until the next video, as always, keep it metal. Keep it metal and beer.